What up, guys? GangstaPranksta here, bringing you the weekly wrestling review for January 19th and the 26th. Welcome back. If you're new to this show, this is where we talk everything about professional wrestling, from news, reviews to predictions. We talk about it all. So if you're a fan of professional wrestling, welcome to the show. On today's show, we got 2 weeks worth of RAW, Smackdown, Impact, NXT, and Ring of Honor. We have reviews for TNA Genesis and predictions for the Royal Rumble. I know this is really later than usual. The past, last week, my laptop pretty much blew up, so I couldn't make videos. And there's about a week I didn't make videos, so this is pretty late. I apologize. But, you know, whatever. Let's still talk about wrestling. So first off, we have TNA Genesis, which happened 2 weeks ago. The one thing I want to say about Genesis is now that TNA has changed up their pay-per-view system, with, they're going to do 4 pay-per-views and then the mini pay-per-view specials. TNA has to bring their fucking A game to these pay-per-views. Just their A game, the best of the best. They're going to have to bring something people are going to want to pay for. And this pay-per-view, it didn't live up to that caliber. There was a couple good matches, but everything else on the show was just pretty much, it was okay at best. There was really nothing that stands out besides the main event and one other match. And it's just, if you paid $35, I feel sorry for you, because it was not a really good pay-per-view. So let's just go through real quick. It starts out with Joey Ryan and Matt Morgan taking on Chavo and Hernandez for the tag team titles. Pretty good match. Chavo and Hernandez win. Scary ending with Joey Ryan getting powerbombed by Hernandez. Hernandez dropped him right on his head, and Hernandez has always had a reputation of being sloppy in the ring, and this powerbomb was just more fuel to that fire. I've seen him, he's dropped a bunch of people on their head. He's hurt a lot of people, and I hope Joey Ryan's alright, because that was a scary looking powerbomb, the way he landed. I was like, holy shit. And, yeah, so hopefully he's okay. I think he is. There was really nothing reported. He's probably a little shaken up, landing on your head and shit. But, so hopefully he's alright. Next we got Samoa Joe versus Mr. Anderson. This was an okay match. Nothing too big here. Anderson picked up the victory. Next we got Christian York taking on Kenny King. Pretty good match. Christian York ended up taking the victory, and then immediately faced RVD in an X Division title match, and that match was just okay. It wasn't really much of a match. It was just, trying to bring up that underdog spirit and Christian York, and he ended up losing to RVD. So I like the way they've been using him. He's got a huge push. He's had matches with Hardy. He had a match with Bobby Roode. He's in an X Division program. So hopefully they can do a little bit more with the X Division. Use guys like Zema Ion and Kid Cash and Doug Williams. But it was alright. This was pretty much just used to make him a big baby face. Eventually they're probably going to give him the title. So that's cool. But didn't this whole thing revolve around Kenny King wanting a rematch against against RVD? And he turned heel for it, and then he lost. So it was kind of weird. I expect a triple threat match for Lockdown if they can build it up that long, which they probably can't. So we might see a triple threat pretty soon on TV, if it hasn't happened already. Next we got Devon versus Joseph Park. This was better than I expected, but again, that's not saying much. This is just an alright match as well. Devon picked up the victory and beat Joseph Park. I think the funniest thing is he had trouble beating up this guy. He had Devon, who's been in the business 20 years, can't beat up a lawyer, who just started wrestling. He almost lost. So that was just kind of dumb. Next we got Velvet Sky versus Gail Kim versus ODB versus Brooke Tessmacher versus Mickie James gauntlet match. Pretty good match. Velvet wins, but in my opinion, this was booked absolutely backwards. Why would you have a heel run the gauntlet instead of a face? So Gail Kim started out the gauntlet, and she was first, and I think Brooke Tessmacher was second. And then she beat Brooke, she beat ODB, she beat Mickie, and she beat Velvet. it seems like they wanted to bring up Velvet, right? So why wouldn't you have Velvet run the gauntlet, like being that tough baby face? Oh, she beat Brooke Tessmacher, and then she had a tough match with ODB. She beat her, and then she had a match with Mickie James. She beat Mickie James, and then Gail Kim comes out as the heel. You know, Velvet's worn down, and then Gail beats up on her a little bit, and then maybe Velvet steals the victory, something like that. That would have been better and would have made more sense. This didn't really make any sense. And then they had a fucking cheap finish because Gail had her foot under the rope, and then they had a rematch on Impact, and it was all right. Next, we got James Storm versus Christopher Daniels. One of the highlights of the pay-per-view. Good match. Daniels wins and earns himself a #1 contendership against Jeff Hardy. We'll talk about that match later. And this is a good match. One of the many highlights. One of the two highlights of this pay-per-view. The other highlight was the main event, which we'll talk about in a second. Next, you got Bully Ray and Brooke Hogan come out and hype up their wedding. You know, they're inviting all of the Impact Zone, who are going to be there anyways. The crowd doesn't fucking change. So, I bet they were so excited when they found out, hey, we're going to do it on Impact, and you're probably still going to be here. So, that's whatever. Next, you got Doc versus Sting. This wasn't really good. It was just okay. Like, Sting took the victory, so whatever. And last but not least, the mainly good thing on this show, the only good thing, I'll say that, I don't want to discredit James Storm and Christopher Daniels because they had a good match, but one of the best things on the show, Robert Roode versus Jeff Hardy versus Austin Aries, 3-way elimination match for the world title, and as expected, this was a really good match. Jeff Hardy won, having eliminated Robert Roode and Austin Aries. I don't remember if he didn't eliminate Roode. I think Aries did by accident, and yeah, Hardy won. It was a good main event. They went like 20 minutes. It was exciting to watch, and yeah, there's nothing else to say. So overall, I'd definitely avoid this pay-per-view. Definitely watch the main event. It was really good, but other than that, you could definitely skip. You could skip this and not have missed much. So that's that. Next, you have Raw. This was the 20th anniversary Raw. About this Raw, like, they built it up as a 20th anniversary, but in my opinion, it didn't seem that special. A show like this should be like, you know, party, legends, fucking everywhere. You didn't really have that on the show. It was just a regular Raw, to be honest. It just hyped up with the 20th anniversary. There was some good things on the show, like Kane and Daniel Bryan going to see Dr. Shelby for an evaluation. That was hilarious because Shelby's like, Daniel Bryan, what do you like about Kane? And he's like, you know, he's tall. This was my favorite line. He can set things on fire when he puts his arms down. I thought that was hilarious. Oh, man. And he's a good dancer. And then I forgot what Kane said about Daniel Bryan, but it was pretty good. They brought in Rhodes Scholars, and, you know, Shelby got fed up with them, and hell no, beat him up. This led to a match between Kane and Damien Sandow. Pretty good match. Kane won. WWE officially announced the first Hall of Fame entry, and it's going to be Mick Foley. Mick Foley came out. He was interrupted by The Shield. Ryback, Sheamus, and Norton came out to help him out. What else happened? Caitlyn vs. Eve, Divas title match. This was a pretty good match. Probably one of the better Divas matches we've seen in a while. Caitlyn wins and is the new Divas champion. And later in the night, Eve quits. This is legitimate. She is no longer part of the WWE. I guess she didn't really feel like wrestling. I don't know too much about Eve and her background. I don't know if she was like a fan of wrestling. But there's been a huge exodus of women from the Divas division, like Beth Phoenix, the Bellas. Who else left? There's someone else that left recently, I believe. I don't know, but chalk Eve up to that. Karma. Karma was the one that was released, but I think that was a while ago. But we still add her to the list. Anyways, so she's... Kelly Kelly. Kelly Kelly was the other one I was thinking of. And, yeah, chalk Eve up to another win. Or not another win, just another person leaving the Divas division. So that, that has to tell you is they don't really care about the Divas division. The Divas are finally starting to realize that and leaving. I don't see Eve going to TNA whatsoever. She's getting engaged to some MMA guy, I think Royce Gracie or something Gracie, and she's gonna do something in his fucking training school. So she's still gonna be like physically. What's the right word I want to look for? She's still gonna be like doing physical things. Who knows if she'll come back and do WWE? Probably not. How often do the women leave and ever come back? Tori Wilson? No. Stacy Keibler? No. Candice Michelle? No. Trish? No. Lita? No. So yeah, not very likely that she will be coming back. My computer just fell asleep. Fucking thing. Alright, we're good. Is it still recording? Alright, it is. So yeah, she's gone. Best of luck to her. Caitlyn wins. I think Caitlyn's pretty sexy. I don't know. She has like an aura about her. Not an odor, an aura about her that she's kind of slutty. And I dig it. I dig it. She's pretty hot. What else do we have in this show? We had Miz TV. His guest was Ric Flair. They just came out and had fun, woo, 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 and then they strutted around. Eventually they were interrupted by Antonio Cesaro. He comes out, makes fun of Flair, and he had a great line, the fucking Four Horsemen the signal, where you fucking lift up the four fingers. He's like, no, that doesn't stand for greatness anymore. That stands for your 4 ex-wives. That was a great line. I like that one. And anyways, it ends with Miz putting Cesaro in the figure 4. So they're going to build like a mentor relationship between Flair and Miz. This was originally meant for Ziggler, which I think it would have been better. But we'll have to wait and see. So far, it's just meh. What else do we have? We have Dolph Ziggler and John Cena cage match. Good match. Cena wins. And to end it off, The Rock comes out for a rock concert. He sings a song about Paul Heyman. He calls out Vicky Guerrero, sings a song about her. That was pretty funny, his song about Vicky. I forgot. She fixes her black hair. And then, biatch, you look terrible. It was pretty good. I liked the Vicky part, the Paul Heyman, the Twinkie tits, and it's just terrible insults. There's some John Cena type insults. Then he calls out CM Punk. CM Punk comes out and tells him he'll beat him at the Rumble. And the show ends with the brawl between the two. So, interesting stuff. What else do we have here? NXT. Oh, this is something I want to talk about. NXT, from like 2 weeks ago, it saw the debut of Adrian Neville, also known as Pac. He was an independent wrestler, a highly regarded wrestler. I heard a lot about him. I never was able... I thought he was black for a couple things, but for like a long time I just thought he was black because there's this other guy named Pac, and he's black. And not Tupac. I think there's another wrestler named Pac, and he's black. That, or I'm just thinking of somebody else. Actually, I think I am thinking of someone else. God damn it. Anyways, so Pac, Adrian Neville, whatever, he made his debut against Sakamoto. It was an alright match, but Adrian Neville, definitely an impressive individual. His finisher was crazy. It's like a spinning shooting star press. It's ridiculous. I've never seen it, so it was fucking crazy to see. So I can't wait to see what else they're going to do with him. He's in great shape. He's a smaller guy. He could do that fast-paced style. He could also wrestle. William Regal put him over huge when he was commentating, so that's good. What else? And the main event was Antonio Cesaro and Damien Sandow versus Justin Gabriel and Tyson Kidd. Pretty good match. Gabriel and Tyson, you'll see that match on my on a little video portion. What else? We have Impact next. Let's talk about the Gut Check Challenge. They eliminated Brian Cage and gave Jay Bradley a contract. I'm actually excited to see what Jay Bradley could do for TNA. So we'll have to wait and see what that's. What else do we have? We have Bobby Roode and Austin Aries come out, talk about TNA doesn't have any champions they can be proud of. Chavo and Hernandez come out, they go back and forth, and it leads to a brawl. Again, they're, like I said before, Austin Aries and Bobby Roode, are the fucking teenage version of Team Hell No. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It is pretty bad because they stole the idea from WWE, but I like it because I really like Austin Aries, and I think it could be good. And the main thing that happened in this pay-per-view, or this show, was the wedding. They built up to it the whole show. Tons of promo, tons of backstage segments. So we'll just run down it, and then we'll talk about some stuff. So, Bully Ray, Brooke Hogan wedding. Mickie James, Miss Tessmacher, Christy Hemme were bridesmaids. Tommy Dreamer, Taz, and Spike Dudley were groomsmen. Hulk Hogan came out. As they were saying their I do's, Taz interrupts and asks Bully if he really wants to do this. Bully says yes. Taz takes off his jacket, revealing an Aces and Aces vest, revealing that he's part of the Aces and Eights. Aces come out and take everyone. Alright, before we talk about the whole Taz, Aces and Eights thing, I want to say, I think this could have been so much better. You know, when they were walking down, I saw the velvet rope, and I'm like, and an idea popped in my head. This could have been a little bit better in the sense that, with the backstage segments, they promoted it like everyone was excited for this wedding. They were all dressing up. So why weren't they in the what I think they should have done? And it's just the little things that I think would have made this, a better segment. So when they were walking down, I saw the velvet rope, and I'm like, what if you have Robbie E and Rob Terry kind of, oh, you're not on the wedding list, get to the back. And, you have guys like James Storm come out. Who else could have been in this? Christian York, RVD. Just to bring out a couple guys, be around the ring, friends of Bully Ray, and they're there for the wedding. And then when the Aces come out, it could be a bigger brawl. Instead of them beating pretty much nobody up and old men, they could fight the wrestlers and shit and take out the wrestlers. I think that would have been good. My main idea was for them to have Robbie E and Rob Terry in the front, and then check the wedding list and alright, you're in the list, you can come on in. And I just thought that would have been funny. I don't know, I really like Robbie and Rob Terry as of late, and I just think that would have been a cool little thing for them. And then you could have had Jesse and Tara come down, and then he's like, no hamsters on the list, you got to get out of here. Just a little thing like that. Maybe I'm nitpicking, but I think that would have made it funny. Anyways, let's talk about the main thing that happened was Taz. Taz joining the Aces and Eights. Should we save this for the... No, we won't save it. I don't care. I don't know what I don't care more about. Devon or Taz? Actually, that's an easy one. I don't care more about Taz. Actually, I don't care more about Devon, because Taz is kind of interesting, because it's why the fuck is this announcer getting involved? Actually, I'd say I don't care about Taz. Why the fuck was he in the ring? The next Impact that we're going to talk about in a few, he just looked awkward as shit, because he's a small guy, and he's in the fucking ring full of giants, and he just fucking looked like, he looked like one of those cartoon characters where, the villain, he's just really small, and then he's got tons of goons and shit. He looked like that. He looked like a fucking cartoon character. And, I just don't care about Taz being in Aces and Eights. It's stupid. It's fucking stupid. Doesn't make any sense. So, I don't care. I really don't care. Next you got SmackDown. Del Rios, he threw a fiesta for winning the world title. Big Show came out, Booker T came out, Ziggler, Sheamus, blah blah blah. It was a fucking party. What else? We had Wade Barrett and Rhodes Scholars taking out Randy Orton and Team Hell No. Pretty good match. Orton and Hell No win. And another good match on that show. Sheamus and Del Rio taking on Big Show and Ziggler. Good match. Del Rio and Sheamus win by count out. Ring of Honor, they showed more matches from the Final Battle. Next we got the Raw that happened last week? Yeah, last week. We'll just talk about the stuff that mattered. Good match. Dr. Shelby comes out for Kane and Bryan's graduation from anger management. They graduate and everyone hugs. It was alright. It was whatever. It wasn't as funny as some of the other stuff, but Paul Heyman comes out to drop a pole bomb, but is immediately interrupted by The Rock. The Rock cuts a promo on Punk and then is attacked by The Shield. What else? Oh, WWE announced their second person to be inducted into the Hall of Fame, and that is Bob Backlund. That's an interesting choice right there. Bob Backlund. I like Bob Backlund. He's a pretty cool guy. He's weird, though. He's a pretty weird individual. I remember when he was in TNA, and he was always wearing the tie and suit and shit, and he would, like, do a workout behind the announced team. That was pretty funny. And the show ended on, like, the flattest note. So John Cena comes out and says he's going to win the Rumble and, you know, does all that shit. He cut a terrible promo. Like, this was just god-awful. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. He was talking about people in the crowd. He talked about some kid playing video games. And I don't know. He talked about some other guy. Talked about some chick. This was fucking terrible. Fucking terrible. And then we added a couple other guys come out, say they're going to win the Rumble. The whole roster comes out. And then there's a huge huge brawl. What else? Next we have NXT. Shawn Michaels makes a shocking appearance on NXT and announces that NXT will be getting a tag team titles, and they're having a tag team title tournament. Yeah, and that's about it that happened. Oh, the main event, Biggie Langston versus Axel Keegan. The match sucked. Langston wins. After the match, Conor O'Brien appears and challenges Biggie Langston to a match. So it's cool that they're still going to use him in his Ascension gimmick, but it's kind of weird because, like, where's your partner? Where's your partner? They didn't explain it, so I'm glad they're keeping the gimmick, but it's just kind of weird that no explanation. But we all know what happened. His partner got released because he's a drunk fuck. So, what else? Next we got Impact. Starts with Taz, comes out, talks about why he joins Aces and Eights so he can be with the higher power. Whatever. Velvet Sky and Tara knockouts title match. Pretty good match. Tara wins. What else? That's about it. The main event, Christopher Daniels and Jeff Hardy for the TNA World title. Good match. Hardy wins. After the match, and a person from Aces and Eights comes out and takes out Hardy's knee. So it seems that Hardy's done, you know, with his little program with Austin Aries and Rude. They're going for the tag team titles. So what does that leave Jeff Hardy to do? You know, he's got no #1 contender, so I guess he's gonna fucking feud with Aces and Eights. Hopefully it finally reveals that Jeff Jarrett is the leader, and then he'll win the title and fucking take his company back or whatever. So that was that. Next we got SmackDown. Anything to talk about? Not much. SmackDown was just alright. You had CM Punk and Heyman come out and call it the Shield. Punk tells them, hey, stay out of my business because you're fucking my shit up. Punk starts to brag about The Rock. The Rock comes out, says he's going to be the new WWE champion. The main event was Hell No and Del Rio taking on Big Show and Rhodes Scholars in an elimination match. Good match. Del Rio and Hell No win. And after the match, Show attacks Del Rio and dumps the announce table on him. Next, you got Ring of Honor. Finally, with they're back on TV with regular programming. I like the new intro. If you watch Ring of Honor last week and you watch it on their website, it looks a lot nicer now. It looks sharp. They got a new intro. It just seems like they polished a lot of stuff up, and the show looked really good. What else? What do we got to talk about? The main event was Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander taking on the Briscoes. Tag team title match. Good match. Briscoes win. After the match, Scum comes out and attacks both teams. So that was that. If you want to watch Ring of Honor, what you got to do is you got to go to ROHWrestling.com, sign up for a free account, and you can watch the show every Thursday on their website. Next, you got the Royal Rumble. I don't know if I should do my predictions because it's so late, but I guess I'll do it anyways. I don't know anything that happens, I've tried to stay away from spoilers, and, you know, so far so good. So I'll just quickly go through it. First match, Antonio Cesaro taking on The Miz. U.S. title match. Cesaro's probably going to win and retain it. I don't see him losing it anytime soon, to be honest. And if so, I don't know to who. I don't know who he'll lose it to. So he's doing fine. You know, let him keep it and keep doing his thing. Next, got Team Hell No taking on Rhodes Scholars tag team title match. You gotta go with Team Hell No. I mean, they just graduated with the whole anger management thing and that. And it would kind of be dumb for them to lose. They'd just lose all their momentum. And if they lose, what are they gonna do? Because in my opinion, if they lose, it's done. Team Hell No is done. We're not having any more Team Hell No. And that sucks. We need Team Hell No. We do. They're amazing. So I would like Team Hell No to win. I don't know what they're going to do with Rhodes Scholars. So I'm going for Team Hell No. Next, we got Del Rio and Big Show in a last man standing match for the world title. Hopefully they don't put it back on Big Show, because he just lost it. So hopefully Del Rio can retain. Maybe lose it at the Elimination Chamber, but, you know, just let him have a title run for a month or however. So don't have him lose it right away. Next, we got The Rock taking on CM Punk, WWE title match. Huge match. I'm excited for this and the Royal Rumble. That's about it, to be honest. And I don't know who's gonna win. To be honest, I really don't know. I want Punk to win. I want The Rock to win too, kind of. Like, I don't know. I want to see more of The Rock. You know what I'm saying? He's probably going to be at WrestleMania for sure, but in, like, what capacity if he loses? You know, there's been a lot of rumors about him and Brock Lesnar. So, I don't know. Maybe Brock Lesnar comes out and costs The Rock the title because Lesnar... Oh, that'd work out so perfect. You have fucking CM Punk win. So they'll do a spot. Someone takes out the ref. Punk and Rock are duking it out. Blah, 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 blah. And then Brock Lesnar comes out. Heyman brings out Lesnar. Lesnar takes out the Rock. Punk wins. And fucking Lesnar and Rock at WrestleMania. That would be huge, but people would be pissed. You pay... what, $50 to watch this pay-per-view, and you don't have a, well, I guess it would be a clean finish, but a lot of people are going to pay to see The Rock win, and if he gets screwed by Lesnar, there's going to be a lot of angry people, but then you get Lesnar and Rock at WrestleMania, yeah. So that could be interesting. I like that idea. I'm going to go with that idea. Let's go with that. Punk wins, Rock. Punk wins, because The Rock gets costed the match by Lesnar. And then they'll have a match for WrestleMania. Bam. Makes sense. I don't know about the Shield, because they did the whole Shield thing. So, I don't know about that, but we'll have to wait and see. And the main event, the 30-man Royal Rumble, one of my favorite matches. One of my favorite. I love the Royal Rumble, just for the Royal Rumble match alone. Like, you never know who's going to be in it. So, let's talk about people who could be in it. We all know Randy Orton, Randy Orton, Sheamus, Cena, fucking 3MB. I think primetime players are in it. You know, that's all cool. But who are going to be the secret participants? My money is on X-Pac, the New Age Outlaws. There's been a lot of rumors about Carlito and Shelton Benjamin. I don't see Carlito coming back, though. I could see Shelton Benjamin because he just got released from Ring of Honor. So, I could see Shelton Benjamin. That could be a possibility. And it'll be interesting to see if anyone remembers him. You know, because it's the newer audience. You know, it's been a while since he's been in WWE, so... Shelton Benjamin... We'll throw Shelton Benjamin on the list. Who else can make an appearance? I don't know. Like, literally, the options are endless. Will we see Jericho back? Jericho made his return last year at the Royal Rumble. And yes, he has denied that he could come back. But he said that last time and he came back. So, Jericho's a possibility. Undertaker, I don't think so. Lesnar, I don't think so. Triple H, I don't... you could have Triple H win and then face CM Punk at WrestleMania. I don't know. That could be interesting. What else? I don't know. The main people I think are going to appear are New Age Outlaws and X-Pac. I feel like I can almost guarantee it. But, I don't know. That and Shelton Benjamin. I'm looking forward to those. We'll have to wait and see. As far as who's going to win it, Sheamus, Orton, or Cena. I don't think anyone... Maybe, I don't think Ziggler could win it. I thought about it, but... He's not going to, because he's got the money in the bank. So, let me pick a winner. Cena, Orton, Sheamus. Sheamus versus Punk at WrestleMania? Interesting. Orton versus Punk. I don't want to see that much. Or Cena versus Punk. They have good matches. I'm probably going to go with Sheamus. I don't know, because I don't think he's going to win back-to-back Royal Rumbles. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I'm going to go with... shit. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know who's going to win. Because it all depends on who wins the Rock-Punk match. If Rock wins... Okay, so if Rock wins, the only person I could see facing him at WrestleMania would be John Cena. I don't see him doing Orton, Rock, Sheamus, Rock, those matches. I'd like to see Orton Rock, but I wouldn't pay to see Sheamus Rock. I don't care about that. So, I don't know. It all depends on who wins the match. So, I'll just go with John Cena or Randy Orton. That'll be my two. So, those are my Royal Rumble predictions. I'm excited to see the pay-per-view. Well, mainly the main event in the Royal Rumble, but everything else just meh. So, there's only one piece of wrestling news this week, and that is that, THQ finally went out of business. They sold all their IPs and games, and WWE was interestingly picked up by 2K. 2K makes a lot of sports games. I believe they make the NBA games, NBA 2K, whatever. What else do they make? Do they make football? I don't know. I didn't really do my research. All I know is that 2K is the parent, Take-Two is the parent company of 2K, and Take-Two also owns Gearbox, who makes Borderlands, which is an awesome game, and they also own Rockstar, who makes Grand Theft Auto. So I think the WWE game is in safe hands. It'll be interesting to see how the game turns out this year. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But I think it's gonna be okay. The game is gonna be in good hands. I'm excited to see what they can do with the game. Should be interesting. So that's it for the weekly wrestling review. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Come back next time where we got reviews for the Royal Rumble, Raw, SmackDown, Impact, Ring of Honor, and NXT. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Catch us next time, guys. Peace out.